Hey guys, it's Linda Winter, and I have another Winter Designs project, or a bunch actually. Mother's Day is coming up, but it doesn't matter what time of year. It's always a good time to give a gift that's a theme. I love themed gifts. I don't know about you guys, but putting together a bundle that is something that you've made, this cute little tote here, is actually from my cosmetics bag template. Darla did a video this past weekend. That's going to be coming soon, so look for that. But it doesn't have to be a cosmetics tote. You can fill this up. And by the way, you can do a double zipper if you want to, or a single zipper, but you can fill this up with all kinds of goodies. I've made it so that it's my daily purse. So I've got my Kleenex holder here. I've got my little wallet. This is a simple wallet template that I have. I have a template for this too. My credit cards, my money, all the important things that I need, even receipts are in here. A cell phone is in my eyeglass case that's here. So I've got my phone right there with me. If you take pills or you like hand sanitizers, just a simple rectangle that you're using for this. If you haven't made those before and you want to know how, let me know. And then my friend Joni made a bunch of these. Joni made these little guys from my simple wallet. And if I have receipts for Home Depot, receipts for Lowe's, receipts for whatever it is, sewing supplies, fabric, those kinds of things, you can color coordinate those and have all your receipts. I find receipts are the hardest thing for me to manage. So I want the idea of this, keeping these in a bag with me, even in my car, in a little case in my car. So I have all of them. So every month, at the end of the month, when I'm going to get all of those things, I've got it here. But this little guy here, stuffed with whatever. So again, this can be a lunchbox, depending on the inside. It can be a cosmetics bag, whatever it is. I want to show you a few others, but again, I'm going to have a video that Darla did that'll show you how to make this. So be on the lookout. And that's from the cosmetics bag template, fussy cut frame. You can see how this guy, the little tiger here, was fussy cut. I've got some other fabric that you'll see fussy cutting in the video. And then this is the cosmetics bag template. What makes this really nice is the no slip backing. That no slip, when you go to cut, and you're cutting multiple layers with this. The vinyl here, we didn't show how to do, but we gave you some tips on that. And if you go back and watch some of the videos that Darla did last year when she visited, there's a dumpling with a vinyl insert, then you'll get the idea of this. We actually made this one. This is the one that she made on camera. In just a minute, I'll show you that. But I made this one up as a Mother's Day gift. Now, this can be for your mother. It can be for somebody that is kind of like your mother. If you don't have your mother with you anymore, if it's a daughter, if it's a whoever, somebody that you just want to acknowledge as a, hey, I care about you. So these guys here, I didn't need this for this, but I used this one. And again, multiple layers. Inside of here, you might see this new template was used. This is one of those hair towel wraps. I love these. I use them all the time, but I'd never thought about making a template before because it's so big. So it costs a little bit more than what you're used to, but the price is still low enough that you can splurge for yourself and you can make your own hair wraps. I use these every single time I get out of the shower because I don't have a whole lot of hair, but I still want it to dry faster, quicker. And I've used a towel. We'll talk about the towel, and I'm going to do a video on this for you too. But I love using these mask things. If you made a lot of masks, I've got them down here. If you made a lot of masks in the day, they have these little buttons on here, and you adjust this. And what I love about this is if you've got a whole lot of hair, then you're going to adjust this so that it goes in here. If you don't have as much hair, you adjust it here, and it ties, or it just clasps onto this. Once it's on there, you can adjust this as well. If you don't have these, I've got a bunch of them, so you can always ask me to include some with your order if you want. But you can put inside of here, this is a little Pamper Me kit, you can put in one of these towel wraps there. You can put in some scrubbies, and if you notice, this guy here, it's nice and soft, and then this is pretty rough. So this is an exfoliator. If you wanted to exfoliate your legs, get all the dry skin off of there, don't use this on your face. But the idea of this, putting your hand inside of here, you've got two of them, and what I recommend you do is squirt some of your face cleanser or whatever it is, makeup remover, if you wear makeup still. The idea is put some of that on there and you can scrub and scrub. Now here's the problem. My hands are wet. My wrists are wet, my clothes are wet. So I also made this little guy. Where is he? It's in another one. I'll pull it out in a minute and I'll show you to put on your wrist. So those are really cool too. So whatever it is you've got on here, you can scrub and scrub or just use one. I also have one that has a little strap on there. I think for drying makes it a whole lot easier. What did this come? This came from, let's see if I can find it real fast. It's somewhere on the table. You guys know I always lose things, so I'll find it in a minute. Oh, right here. This guy here, this is a facial mitt. So that means you can take off makeup, you can scrub, you can also use it to put on any kind of a lotion, if you're doing sunscreen, a tanning lotion, so you don't get it on your fingers. These are all single-sided, which I really like, but I'm going to show you a double-sided in just a minute, so it's reversible. What I love about this too is that you can use a finished edge. It's the same thing that I did on this. I used the finished edge of the towel. One less thing that I have to do. I used the finished edge of this. These are those scrubbies that you can get. This is actually from the car department. So these guys here, I used what was already finished off on the towels rather than having to do that myself. You can put a bunch of these in if you want. This square came from a 4.5-inch square. What I want you to think about with this is if you just did a square or you just did a circle, your fabric would be separating, and as you rub on your face, it's going to move on you and you're not going to get a nice consistency. So if you are going to do a square or a circle, stitch down the middle and do an X. With this, I have one layer of fabric. So when I have this on my hand with my fingers inside, it's going to give you better consistency. I like these best. I've tried all of these myself, and I like these, the little hand mitts, best. My fingers are inside, and I'm able to squeeze and really get to where I want to get. So if you're going to be making these for, again, makeup or whatever it is, these are great. Now, all of those guys went in here with the hair wrap, and then I also have, and this is the towel wrap, I should say, I also have this. This, you're going to do a mask. You want to pamper yourself and spend the weekend with a nice good book, and you decide to put some stuff on your hands and stuff on your feet, and you want to do a mask on your face. Before you do your hands and your feet, do your face, and then take one of these. This guy here, you can see I've got the Velcro and the Velcro, and this came from this template. This is the head wrap. And I've used the same waffle towel. Waffle towels to me are really good because they're lightweight enough. They're easy to sew through. And I'll talk about different towels that I'm going to recommend that you get. This is just a cotton fabric, but I like using flannel too. You can put it on with this on your head, or you can go the opposite way, whichever it is you're going to be doing. If your hair is wet, then I would place this with the wet side here. But if I'm just doing a face mask, or if you're washing your face, you really want to do a good cleanser, or you're going to be putting any kind of lotions or emulsifiers on or whatever, then you can put this side down. But all of this as a little bundle really makes a nice gift. You can put in there a few other things if you want to. I've got some bath bombs. I've got a little card in here. I've got some hand sanitizer in there for after everything has been done. And then this is my shorty mitt. The shorty mitt, again, if you're going to be doing a tanning lotion, your hands are going to be orange. So make one of these. You know, this is not going to be white after you do the first layer of that tanning lotion. But this comes from my shorty mitt, and that's what this template is. This little shorty mitt, it's really an oven mitt, but it really makes a great scrubber. It makes a great lotion putter on, whatever it is. If you don't want to put hand lotion on and get it all over yourself, but you're going to be slathering up the kids at the beach, then make one of these. This is made out of a towel. It's a single layer, and this is, again, here, kind of a sweatshirt material, and this is a double layer. Double layer when you're doing that tanning lotion, the staining stuff, so to protect your hands. Single layer, it might actually get through. So all of this and a little gift with a nice note telling that person how much you care about them, all the things they've done for you, and how much you appreciate them. What a nice gift that is. So that guy right there is a really nice pamper yourself gift. Pamper yourself, pamper somebody else. Here's another one. And these templates, these samples, again, are made from Darla. Lotion, my chapstick case with chapstick, my eye mask. If you haven't done the sleep masks before, I've got several sizes. We'll look at some over here. I love this, the feel of this. So wonderful how it feels. But what happens if you've got your makeup on and you put this one on? Clean your face first with all the other stuff that I showed you, because this will be all black if you've got mascara on. And I love using the elastic headbands for around your head. So you can do all of those things. Again, just more goodies and things you can put in a little bag like this. Another bag that you can do It's the same bag, the cosmetics bag, and this is the one that Darla made on camera. This one is a travel bag. You notice the RV? So this is an on-the-road bag. So you've got snacks, you've got scissors, you've got a first aid kit, you've got tissues, you've got aspirin, you've got a charger for your cell phone, and if you do stop somewhere, then you've got the plug there at the end. This is my charger, the cord wrap that you can make, the tissue wrap, tissue holder that you can make as well. So books and crossword puzzles for anybody that's not doing the driving. This little kit on the go is a really fun one to make up too. You don't have to spend a lot of money for all the goodies. You're putting the effort into this, and that's really what the gift is. But you can sneak in some fun little snacks and things like that for people to enjoy. And you could even raid your own stash as well. This is another cute project that Darla made, and this one is from this template. I don't know if you guys recognize this, but I have a template that's larger, and it makes this, but it's a little bit larger. And that's for all kinds of fun stuff. It's a down the middle template, but this down the middle is a little bit smaller, and it will hold even a bigger container of the hand sanitizers. I had a lot of people asking me for hand sanitizer cases, and the problem is this size and this size that I have inside of here, they're greatly different. So the template that I'm going to make to use those normally would be completely different, but because this is open here wide and it does this, so it kind of bunches out a little bit, it will hold. I mean, you can see how close that is to the top, but that's going to close, and you can put one of these on here. You can put a carabiner, put it on your backpack. This isn't a themed gift, but it is, because everybody needs one of these. So make one of these, and it's really simple. This is done with a one-sided zipper. So you're taking one side of a zipper and you're going all the way around and you're rethreading that zipper. If you haven't done it before, there are a ton of videos out there, and it is actually easier to do once you practice. You need to practice a little bit, and you need to have the right kind of zipper too. This is the down the middle template, the larger one that I have. It needs a bigger zipper, a longer zipper, like 26 inches. This one, you don't need nearly as much because you're only going this length times 2, but this is called the mini, and I think that'll be a whole lot of fun too. If you're looking for chapstick and hand sanitizer and those kinds of things, that's a good one to do. Another fun project to make, this is a new template that I've had just recently, so you might have it already. I had a small and a medium and a large of the storage pods. I've got a storage pod here, I've got a storage pod here. This is the medium, this is the large. I've got a small one that is, trying to remember where I put it, right here. If you're gonna make one of these for your car, snap here, put a snap here, and you can actually do a snap, a snap, a snap, and you can put this on your headrest. Use this as a trash can, use this for your soda, use this for whatever that you want, so it's right there in the car. But I had the 3 sizes, and then I had people ask for in between. So they wanted a smaller one and they wanted a little bit larger. So I had a small, an extra small, a medium large, and a large. So if you think about extra small was the smallest, and then small, then medium, and medium, large, and large. I had somebody ask between the small and the medium for a template. What do you call it? Medium. That's what this is. So it's an S medium, medium, and it'll make a little bit smaller than this and not quite as small as that. So that's a new one as well. Those are great to stuff through. A friend of mine's daughter stuffed this one full. These are drinks. How cool is that? Those are cups. You can make your own little concoction if you want to. There's some flippers in there. There's a beach towel in there, sunglasses. That is such a cool gift, and anybody would love to have one of those. So that's a really fun one to make as well. This one was one that I was talking about earlier. I referenced some of these things. Inside of here, this is my hand mitt template, and the hand mitt actually comes with two templates. This one I've just used the large, and can you hear? Inside of there, I've got, can't remember if I put corn or coffee beans or whatever, but these channels that are here, you can put this in the microwave and heat this up. If you've got arthritis, if you've got a stomach ache, if you've got somebody that has a boo-boo, heat this up for a few minutes, and then that goes right over here, right on your stomach, or you even put it on your head. This guy was made from this right here. The medium, this is a hand mitt, and then the smaller one here is a pocket. And if you look at some of the projects that I have, you'll see how the pocket works too. You can actually use it as a cleaning mitt as well. But the idea, these 2 templates make a really cool option for a hand mitt. But the hand mitt is a great thing to stuff as well. So what did I do with the pampering theme? Again, I did another one of these hair wraps. So the towel hair wrap, so hair towel wrap, and you can see there's my button, and then here's one of the cords that I have here, and that comes right down to the point that goes on here. This was done out of a towel. We'll talk about the sizes in a few minutes. Here's another one of those head wraps, and I used the leftover material. It took 2 of these towels to make this one, so I used the leftover material. This is on the bias, but it works just fine. And then I used flannel for this one, and again, Velcro and Velcro. If you have somebody that you're going to make this for and you have them around, you can do a snap if you want to. I just like the Velcro because it's adjustable. Hair dry versus hair wet will make a difference. Remember the hand mitts that I talked about? Before I did the single layer, now I've done a double. So if you wanted to do something, again, it's messy, it's going to get into your hands and you don't want it on your hands, then you can do the double. This is a very thin washcloth, and then this is flannel here. And what I like about this is I just pulled up the flannel lining. I've just sewn 2 together. So imagine I've got this one over here. We're taking that template. This one here, I sewed my towel to my towel. I sewed my lining to my lining, so they've sewn in the middle. I stitched around. On the lining part, I left a little bit of an opening. When I turned it right sides out, I just pulled this a little bit higher. That gave me that fake bias. I love having that fake binding right there. It gives me the look. I can still see inside, and I can still make it reversible if I want to. You can see here, that's where I've sewn it up. If you're gonna make it reversible, then go ahead and sew it by hand. But I love having a bunch of these that you make to go as a gift. So you can see here's another one. This is done out of those little wipes, and you can find these everywhere. Microfiber wipes, they're great for makeup, but also cleaning mitts. You can put these on your hands, and if you've got dusty counters where you've got a bunch of really nice things, you know, you can go in between all of the china, all of the crystal, all of the glass things, and wipe all of those off because they're right there with your hand. This is the little strap that I talked about, and all I did was take the binding edge of the towel, the finished edge of the towel, and cut that off. You could finish it off with a zigzag if you wanted to, but you can see how this one with the handle on there, when you go to dry it, it's a good way to just hang it for drying. What I do with mine is I put them right on top of, I've got, you know, hand sanitizers and hand soaps and shampoos and things like that. I just have it sitting on top so that I have several ones out, and I just kind of recycle them. And then after a week or so, I'll take all of them and put them in those little white, the little netting bags, and throw them in the washer and dryer. Now this guy right here, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's the chapstick case. And if you saw the chapstick case, the one that was pink and it had the vinyl, you can go watch the directions that I have for that. But this, when I talked about scrubbing my face, if I've got mitts on, 2 of these on my hands, and I'm doing this, the water is going to drip down my hands. This, I saw somebody that had sweatbands and they were big and bulky, and I didn't like that. But this with the Velcro, you can do 1 or 2 if you're using one hand. I wouldn't do this because I'm left-handed. But if I had this on and I use the one hand, then when this drips, which it's going to do because I'm using whatever cleanser or water, it's going to drip onto this. And again, this can be hand dried. Just let it dry overnight. It's only water, so you can go several days without washing that. But that's made from the chapstick holder. And the chapstick holder, again, is very much like the head wrap. And that head wrap is what this is. So all of these things together, here's some scrubbies. You can see I did reversible. And do you see what I mean about these separating? If you're gonna do these, put an X on top. So when you are using these scrubbies here, these wipes, they're not gonna bulk up. If I took this, I'm gonna feel it's kind of grabbing, but this is gonna start to separate, and I'm just not gonna get as much control. But all of those things stuck inside something makes a really nice gift. You don't have to put it inside. You could even take that head wrap and put it right inside of there. You'll see a video that Darla did. It's the second Darla's Sewing Gifts. I have one that she's already done. We filmed that, or I filmed it a while ago with me. I have one that I had her film, and this was one of the projects. But this is stuffed full. If you're going to a hotel, this thing zips up barely, but when you get to the hotel, you plop that out, and everything stays right in there. So if you do the makeup stuff, and again, this was done by somebody younger, so she's gonna pick certain things that I don't care about it. I'm not curling my eyelashes, but somebody younger is going to want to do that. the makeup wipes. This is my leg spray for tanning. All of those things are in here. Some essential oils, some makeup, all those little pockets that are there. And this is done from the wide open or open wide pouch. The open wide pouch, we did a couple videos on this last year. This does the pocket. It's called the add-on, and it also makes this as well. So you'll see Darla talking about those, but I wanted to show you this stuffed. There's a handle here. You could put a handle on here if you wanted to be able to open it, but once it closes up, that handle is right there at the top, and it makes a really nice gift. This is one that I showed in one of my earlier videos, and you're going to stuff this full of, if it's fingernail polish and fingernail remover and clips and all of those things, it makes a really nice gift. But this is my eyeglass case, and that's the same one I use to put my cell phone in, so that's a nice one as well. I showed you an eye mask. They're called sleep masks because I have an eye mask. I'll show you that in a second. But my sleep masks, these came from Beth and Shirley and my mom. My mom wore a sleep mask to the moment that she passed, and she loved that sleep mask, did not want to take it off. And I don't have her sample out, but if you watch the video, you'll see there's a piece of elastic at the top that goes across and down, and then another one that goes across and down, so it really holds your eyes. This size, believe it or not, this style really does a great job of blocking out the light. I've got a child size, I've got an adult size, I have some for men if you're wanting to do for men. But do you see the difference there? You can also make a little insert to go right inside of here. This comes out and it goes in the microwave for somebody that has a sinus headache. Not this. This is not microwave safe. But if you leave a little opening here, you'll see in the video on one that I have, this would go right inside. So headaches or migraines or whatever. If you're going to make these, make a whole set of these for a family so everybody can pick their favorite. And they're done from these. Stay tuned to my newsletter that's coming out near the time of this video being posted because I'm doing something special with one of those there. So the sleep mask versus the eye mask. The eye mask, this was a customer request way back when, and it took me a while to figure out how it was done. This one isn't the way that it's supposed to be done. It actually folds in kind of like a pillowcase so you can plop this out. But I had this one that I wanted to be able to show you. This has corn or barley or rice or whatever to go in the microwave, and then you can stick it inside of here. Watch the video on this so you'll get to see the right way to make this. And if you've watched any of the things that I've done on Facebook, this is something that my friend Jessica did as a bag, and she did the boxed corners here. She did a strap that goes across there. So if that's something you're interested in seeing and you want a template made specifically for that, let me know about that. This I think is one of my new favorites from Darla. I'm going to do the do and the don't just so you can see. This guy here is the single curve, and you can see there's a curve here and there's a straight edge here at an angle really, but it's straight. It doesn't have a zipper. You decide if you want the zipper to be here, if you want it to go further down. You decide how far you want the zipper to go here. There's a little zipper tab that goes all the way here, but the template will let you do that. So single curve zip pouch. I don't want you to do these. I don't want you to do these. Why? We're throwing these away. We're spending money on these and we're throwing these away. And, you know, we're near Earth Day this past week, a couple days ago. So these things are wasteful. What I want you to do instead is, again, make these or any of the wipes that I've shown you. And again, this is done with this one, but you can also do the one that's my facial mitt. And then this is one of those cleansers. You can use the micellar water, you can use a chamomile, whatever kind of cleanser. But how nice to make 10 of these, or 7, one for every day of the week, and stuff this and put a little note in there about care and handling, you know, how to wash these. Maybe you put one of those mesh bags in there as well, and what a nice gift that gives you. So a really cool thing. I have one more sample to show you, and then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of how we're going to cut. And I will be doing a video that'll show you how to make several of these projects. This was made by Darla with one of my pot holders, a pot holder template. Put in candles, put in the bath bombs, those kinds of things. And I want to pull out some towels. because I want to show you some of the towels to use. But look how cool that is. A pot holder, a pot holder, a pot holder for the lining, a pot holder on the inside. This is really a simpler project than you think it is. When you watch the video to see how she did the cosmetics bag, I want you to think about some of those things in accordance to this. And that's what this template is. That's a pot holder template. Pot holders, you know, everybody makes pot holders, but the template's going to make it faster and easier. Oh, sorry, I had one other project I wanted to show you. Microwave bag, right over here. My friend Joni made this one. How cute is this? Again, you could put Velcro or a snap back there, stuff this full of goodies, treats and snacks and those kinds of things for on the road, to take in the car, for trash, whatever it is. But how adorable is that? That was made with this template. You just do the box bottoms. You can use my box it, square it, place it template set. Oh, by the way, this thing fell out. You guys seen these things? If you haven't seen these things, I highly recommend for anybody that's over, I don't know, 50, these things, you'll know why. If you're younger, don't even think about it because it's embarrassing. So let's talk about towels. So I've got towels here. I do not want you to go to your bathroom when you're making any of the projects that I've shown and grab a thick towel. It's beat up, one, but two, it's just a lot of bulk. You don't want all of this to sew through, and you don't want all of this on your hair or on your face or anything like that. I love the waffle towels. I already mentioned that. And with the waffle towels, here's one waffle towel that I've folded in half. And when I look at this edge, I'm going to take advantage of that edge. So this guy here versus this guy here. I need 25 inches because that's the length of this template, at least 25 inches. I'd like 20 inches because the height is 10 inches, but because I have this edge, I don't need all of that because I'm going to use this edge. So you'll see when I do the video that I'm going to place a template on the edge of that. But if I'm making from this, I can't place this on here and cut. You can see that. But what I can do is take this. Imagine that green isn't there. When I place this along here, I can cut, and then I can place this template over here and I can cut. What that gives me is two that will not line up. They're not going to be correct. You're going to get two. See how I have wrong sides, and over here, this guy here, you can see this came from one towel and this came from another towel. I needed two towels. So this is with me placing along the edge where I've got about 1/2 of an inch, and this is me placing right along the edge. The template goes right along the edge. Hopefully that makes sense, but you can see it's a little bit narrower. For somebody with a whole lot of hair, you want to use the whole template. Somebody like me that doesn't have as much hair, we can do a little bit less. But I want to show you this towel. This one is just a little bit bigger, not so much just in length, but also in width. So you can see when I place this along here, I can't see the edge, but right along here, imagine if that's lined all the way up on the edge, then I have plenty of the towel to use. So if you're looking at towels that you have, that's what we want to look for. So again, I'll have a video that'll show you how to make this. I'll show you how to make this in the same video, and then we'll do those wrist wraps in the same video, and probably the little mitt as well. So I think I have shown you. I'm looking around to see if I have everything. This is a little chapstick. This is what it's supposed to make. You put your chapstick in there, but we're going to make that little wrist wrap in here. All right, let me grab my handout. And this is what I want you to think about. If you know me, then you know about my no-slip templates. This stuff here, when I place this template on here and I go to cut, you can see how that grabs. I've got something underneath there. But you can see how this grabs. So no slipping, no kidding. If you were to put an acrylic something, it moves around on you. But you can see how even this little guy is grabbing the green. My fingers are just on top. So when I go to cut, I'm going to get exactly what it is that I want to cut. If I wanted to make this longer, don't know why, but there's a fold here. I could cut around here, and I could cut and turn and cut. You see how that works? That's the no-slip backing on the back. That's what makes everything that I do more accurate, more consistent, better, faster. That way you can make a bunch of these and give them as gifts. Winner, that's my last name, Linda Winner, winnerdesigns.com. If you go to my website, sign up for the newsletters. If you sign up for the newsletters, you'll get access to newsletters that I send out. They give you specials and deals. And again, I'm going to be doing something for Mother's Day, but I want you to think broader than Mother's Day because we're getting pretty close. my YouTube channel. I've got a couple hundred videos for you. So make sure you subscribe to that. That way you'll get notified every time that I have something. If you do Facebook, Linda Winter Designs, or you can search for Winter Designs for Sewing and then the symbol for and. mouserme@yahoo.com. That's my email, but I really want, if you have any questions, pick up the phone and call me. My phone is always the best way to get hold of me. Right now I have about 23,000 emails in my inbox. Yesterday I cleaned it out. I got it down to about 8,000. Today I'm back to 23,000 something. So I get a ton of emails, and yours may or may not make it to me. So if you need me, call me. If you have any questions about anything, call me. And I always have discount codes or specials, and that's what you can find out about in my newsletters too. So if you want to order something, if this is the first time that you're seeing this, pick up the phone and call me. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I can fill you in on whatever it is that you want. And we also make custom templates too. This is brand new. This is brand new. This is not brand new. This ruler, Darla was talking about with the cosmetics bag. This is fairly new. This is new. She wanted a 2x18 ruler to do the around the top and around the bottom. So we did a 2x18. We had a 2x12, 2x14, a bunch. So we can make these for you. So if there's anything that you have that you've been using a paper template for and you're tired of printing that out, you're tired of having it get ripped up or whatever, we can make it for you as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a great time and got some inspiration with some of these projects, and stay tuned for future videos, and I will see you next time. Thanks.